Appreciate you all. Just the couple housekeeping rules. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go to my YouTube channel. For those of you that don't know, I'm the 400-pound queen. Um, my name is Mahogany. My first name is Candace Phillips with a K, and that's how you can find me on YouTube. Please share this video. I'm still trying to understand how people got like 1K followers and 300 shares. Like, what's the deal with that? I'm still trying to understand this whole thing. So let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for changing our hearts, changing our minds. Lord, we bind up the spirit of fear, intimidation, distraction. We bind up the spirit of suicide, oppression, jealousy, heartbreak, heartache, or anything else that might not be in us that's right, Lord. We ask you to begin to please share this video. Come into our hearts, come into our minds, Lord. Restore us. Because we know, Lord, what you do is a permanent fix. It's not temporary, like what man gives us. And then when they get mad, they take it back. That's a whole another message, though. We ain't going into that today. Okay. So I am going to do something that my viewers say that they want to know. Okay. So what I'm going to talk about today is life after bypass, what it's like. Okay. What you go through, how you feel. Most say that they think it's a quick fix. That's such a lie. Such a lie. It don't work like no magic pill. You don't take it and then just boom, you just popping, just losing weight. Like, nah, it don't work like that. You got to come against that thing just like the enemy. And that's just real talk. Everybody think, oh, we finna have this surgery and, it's like just finna be popping. We finna be out here, you know what I mean? Like it's finna be going down. No, Captain, that is not how it works. You be in so much pain. Because I got kind of mad because I didn't really figure out what my gift was or identify with my gift until after my surgery. Because I feel as if I would have, recorded it, my viewings would have, just went through the roof. Because it's like everybody want to see surgery, especially if you're thinking about it or you're not sure about it. But let's just be real. Okay. If you have surgery and your mindset is not changed, it ain't going to do a dang on thing for you. Let's just be real. Because you're going to continue bad behaviors with the new body that you're trying to get. And that's just not going to work. I'm just keeping it all the way real with you. Everybody think that this surgery is just a quick fix, and it don't work that way. Again, you got to come against that thing just like the enemy. And that's real talk. So for those of y'all that have never experienced the surgery and you guys are out there just saying, oh, she just wanted a quick fix. And it's like, no, trust me. Majority of people don't want to sit on nobody's operating table and for them to have the power to determine if they live or die. But I mean, ultimately they don't. God got it. But still, you're putting your full life in this person's hand that got to determine, how you're the rest of, you're going to live your life. Let's just be real. But it's like, it goes like this. Okay, for those of y'all that just tuned in, thank you. Please share this video. If it can't bless you, allow it to bless somebody else. Okay, it don't cost a thing to share. Okay. Anyway, so we're talking about gastric bypass surgery today and life after it and what you deal with. Okay. There's a lot of stereotypes around surgery, but it's like, Had you been able to do this on your own, you would have done it. Let's just be real. Had you had enough self-control, willpower, and then it's like the people that's up there talking about you, they big. And they ain't even living their best life. And some people think just because they're small or they're skinny that they're healthy. And that is so not true. I know a lot of people that are small as all get out. And they inside's probably about to just spill out like, baby, what's popping with you? And I mean, that's just real. Just because you are small does not mean you are healthy. And have y'all ever noticed that larger people really don't get sick like that? But people that are small, it's so hard for them to fight off infections and bacterias, and they always nose running and coughing and hacking and all of that there. Have y'all ever noticed that? Because I have. But anyway, so let's get back to the surgery. Okay. So I figure, hey, I keep trying this on my own. It's not working. But this was not a quick fix for me. Most people say they want to have surgery and then they just, hey, they do it, you know. But my story wasn't like that. Okay. What happened with me was every time I would get ready to have the surgery, something would happen and it would be drastic. So I wasn't stable enough. I'm just being real. Call that thing what it is so you can be set free. Okay. I was going through so much. I had just lost my child, my first child. His name is Israel. God rest his soul. He rested in heaven very peacefully. And yeah, every time something would just happen. So this went on for a period of 5 years. And I'm going to tell y'all, being in the wrong place in your life after God has told you to move is just so bad because things are just not going to go right. But as soon as you begin to shift in that thing and you at least trying, stuff gonna change for you. And I promise you that. Once I moved to where I am now, I will say, I've lived in maybe 4 or 5 different states since I graduated from high school. I've moved to a lot of different places, seen a lot of people, met a lot of people, done a lot of things, you know, and a lot of people question me and they say, well, why you moving like this? And it's because where I came from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it's a dog world, you know, and I didn't want to be another statistic or however you say that word. I didn't want to be another average person. Where, you know, I was just having all of these kids depending on welfare to take care of me and my kids. And no, I'm not knocking nobody. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm speaking about my life, my experiences. And I just felt like it was a poverty place and, you know, it's a dog world. And I'm glad I made that choice for my life. But I wish that I would have prayed a lot sooner and find out, hey, what's my purpose? What's my identity? Hey, what's going on? And I wouldn't have been so rebellious. Because that's just shedded a lot of time off my life. Let's just be real. I'm trying to come back from a 5-year, might as well say bid I did. Because when you out of the will of God, you lose you. You lose your purpose. You lose your identity. When we're in relationships, we lose ourselves. And I kept moving, trying to put myself in uncomfortable situations. Because, you know, when you're from a place, you got the plug to everything. You know where everything is, whatever you want, you can get it, you can call it, you know. But I felt as if when you take yourself out of those comfort zones is when you can go to your peak. And sometimes I feel as if when you're uncomfortable, hey, it's like, hey, I got to do this thing, you know, because I don't got nobody out here to help me. And that's just kind of how I like to live life on the edge like that. I feel like it helps you grow. And I'm 34 years old and I still don't feel as mature as I need to be, but I'm working toward it. Okay, but anyway, so let's get back to bypass surgery. Okay. So it's a lot of pain when you have the surgery that they don't prepare you for. You come back from surgery and you like, oh God. I mean, especially if you've never had an operation done, because I've never been operated on in my life. So I was like, Lord, I'm in so much pain. I wanted to be put in a coma. And I'm not lying. I was in so much pain. I wanted a coma. I wanted to tell them people, hey, I'm going to need y'all to do something because this ain't working. Y'all can give me this medication. It ain't helping. And then, God forbid, if your IV come out, you are in trouble. My IV came out at the hospital and I was in trouble. And you might say, what you talking about? I was in trouble. And I say I was in trouble because you can't get no more medicine when that IV come out. And then you got to get authorization from a doctor. And you in so much pain because you just got back from surgery and you feeling bad. You feeling so bad. And I mean, if you've never had, a child, you don't know what this pain is like. But I'm telling y'all, this pain is on a whole nother level. And everybody's experience is different, I'm sure. But I'm just speaking with me. I don't deal with pain well. I was in a lot of pain. And I'm just being real. Okay? So that's what it's like. And then they don't give you much time to recover in the hospital. They want you to, you got to get up and start walking that same day. They like, nah, you came up in here for this. You finna get up out of here. And I understand that. But at the time, it's like, this is your first operation. You don't understand that. It's like, nah, y'all need to take care of me. Line is you do well at your own home, recovering well. And then, you're at risk less for infections because your immune system is low. And then, you got to take vitamins for the rest of your life. Like I said, this is the 400-pound show. It's going down. I'm telling the truth. You have to take vitamins till you die. If you don't want your teeth to rot, you don't want to be looking like Shaka Khan and all of that up in the mouth right there. Yeah. Because the way your body is processing food now is at a totally different level. And it ain't the way God created it no more. Because you didn't reroute all of that. But what I will tell you, it is the best decision I have ever made in my life. The best. And you might say, well, why? Because I feel as if my life was such poor quality anyway, I didn't have nothing to lose. I was dying anyway. I had kidney failure. They kept saying I was going to be a diabetic. But I had other plans for my life. I don't know what y'all talking about, but I ain't claiming none of that. Y'all take that diabetes and whatever else the hell y'all got. I'm not taking that. And so I figure what I got to lose. So me just being resistant and persistent, because that's what you got to do sometimes when you want something, to let somebody know that you really want it. You know what I'm saying? So I tried again once I moved. And I told God, hey, I will get this thing up. If this ain't what you want me to do, just don't make it happen. Because I'm going to keep trying. Because I'm just not satisfied with the quality of my life. And let's be honest. When you are big, there is a lot of restrictions. I'm just telling the truth. There is a lot of restrictions. There's a lot of things you just can't do. You can't get on no airplane because you might get blood clots. You might start swelling up. You get asthma. You just start developing all kind of stuff. They be making up stuff. Just adding extra stuff to give you more pills. When you big. And you can't go enjoy life with your kids. You can't go to Great America and get on rides or Six Flags because you too big. I remember I was in Walmart one time. I'll never forget it. I'm about to start crying now. And the little boy told his daddy, and you think you wouldn't be hurt by something the child say, but children tell the truth. And the child said to his daddy, Daddy, she is so fat. And I just was through because it's like for people that's arguing with their weight and y'all use them low jabs, oh, that's just dirty. You can't figure nothing else to talk about. So you got to bring my weight in this. That ain't got nothing to do with that. And y'all might not think that that affects people, but it really does. It really does. When you are mean to people when they are big, when you don't want to deal with people when they are big, that hurts people's feelings. When y'all talk about people, y'all get them insensitive gifts. And you do these things, I'm sure, because you've never had this problem. Because I never was a big person. And I did one thing wrong. And that was decide, hey, I'm so depressed. I done lost my child. I need something to do. I need some kind of medication. Because I feel like I'm on the edge. And this is the edge. And this is it. If I don't get no help. So I kept listening to people, and listening to everybody. And they kept telling me I need to try some medication. And when they talk about side effects, them people ain't lying to you. If they say you can become suicidal, you can become depressed, you can become obese, all of this kind of stuff right there, that stuff is true. So I would not suggest giving your kids medications unless they have fully been diagnosed, and not just by no one person. Because y'all know they feeding their kids off of them prescriptions. So they diagnosing folks with stuff that they don't even got just to write a bigger script and have you coming back. And I had one lady told me I was going to be on medication for the rest of my life. And my mama stepped in and was like, hold up. No. How you don't even know the future. You don't know nothing. How you going to sit up here and tell my daughter that she going to be on medication for the rest of her life? How you going to do that there? How you going to do that? And people, they'll just start speaking into your life about stuff they don't even know nothing about because they writing a dang on prescription. And the bottom line is America, period, is having so many problems because when you are trained to go to school to be that doctor, did you think you're getting ready to help so many people? We are trained in America to do temporary fixes. And you know what a root is? That's what we're not getting to. We don't get to root problems in America because it's not designed to cure you. It's designed to suppress you. Did y'all hear me? I'm going to give you that game for free one more time. In America, we suppress diseases. We don't cure them. And you can know what the person needs. They might just need a talk. They might just need, for you to tell them things going to be all right. Maybe they lost a loved one. You don't know what, maybe they're going through a divorce. You don't know unless you ask. You don't know. And that's just real. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. So back to the surgery. So I came down, but I went in with an expectation. Hey, this going to work for me. This is it. Because if this don't work, ain't nothing else out there. What you going to do? So you're going to have to make this work. You're going to have to. And all the pain you go through, it's like, no. I'm not finna get back big. No. I'm not finna be eating all that crap. No. And I'm going to tell y'all another thing. I feel as if we in America suffer so much because when there is mucus present and when there's acid present, that brings on a whole nother sort of problems. Then that brings inflammation in the picture. And I'm not telling y'all what I think I know. I'm telling y'all what I know for a fact. We are in a trouble in America because of mucus and because of acid. And then comes inflammation. And then you got cancer, you got diabetes, you got high blood pressure, you got high cholesterol. And I'm saying you got it because I don't want it. I don't got nothing. I ain't even made a decision. Hey, I ain't even taking no more medication. Because you feel bad on the stuff and you feel bad off of it. And ain't nothing changing. So what I'm going to keep taking this stuff for? Damaging my organs. Okay? I mean, that's just real life. You know, and then it's like, okay. So I was like, okay, this thing got to work. So I came home and I'm going to just be honest. After you have surgery, you have to force yourself to do things and you don't want to. Force yourself. And you think it would be easier because now it's like, okay, I'm coming down in pounds. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Why am I not coming down? Why am I not wanting to hang out? Why am I not wanting to go places? Why am I not wanting to do things? You have to make yourself. You have to make yourself eat after surgery. Because honestly, you ain't think about no food. You really not. I didn't eat meat and was disgusted with the sound of meat, even a bone in the meat for months. And I'm still only eating now chicken, fish, and tuna. I don't mess with no red meats, and I definitely don't mess with no hog because I believe you are what you eat. And you eat hog, you're going to end up looking like a hog. And I'm just being 100. Take it how you want to. You eat hog, you're going to look like a hog. Okay? And that's real. A pig is one of the filthiest animals. The filthiest animals that you can eat. And I'm not saying that I never ate a pig because I've had some bacon and I had tough getting off them pepperonis. But you come out like, hey, now this thing got to work. I got to lose some weight. I got to get to it. Some got to change. So I didn't work out for a long time because I was in so much pain. And I'm like, I'm just going to give myself time to recover. I'm going to give myself time to get better. And then finally, I say maybe about a month or two ago, I just start working out. And that's even a struggle because some days you have good days, some days you have bad days. So you really don't know how you're going to feel. It just depends on what your body want to do. That's how you're going to feel, depending on how your body want to do that day. I'm just being real with y'all. This is the aftermath. And I mean, some people, they don't have as good as results. But like I said, I went in like, now this is it. This is going to work. This has to work. No, I went in with reservation and preparation and determined to succeed at this thing because this was all there was. Ain't nothing else. And if them people can't help you fix that, then you just jacked because ain't nothing else. And like I said, people do not want to sit on an operating table and let people operate on them. So if you're willing to take this chance, it's because you feel like ain't nothing else you can do. And you really don't want to die. But those are pretty much your options. You get on that table and you let somebody try to, see what they can do for you or you die. Because that's the end result of this thing. I mean, it is. You're going to end up with diabetes. And I'm going to tell y'all, I can promise y'all, and y'all going to go back and watch this video one day and say that woman knew what she was talking about. We are headed for an epidemic of diabetes. And I'm going to tell y'all, that thing is going to be so severe, it ain't going to be enough medication in hell or heaven to help fix it. We are getting ready to be at an academic crisis for medication. So that's when I said, I got to get off this stuff. God told me throw all my medication in the garbage. And you talking about faith. On days you don't even feel good. He said, throw it all in the trash. I'm like, hold up, is that you? Because you cannot be telling me to throw all this stuff in. He said, throw it in the trash. And I'm talking about you got to have, some kind of faith to believe that God finna get you through. When you've been on medication for at least 5 years, that's a process. And I'm not finna sit here and lie to y'all and tell y'all that it's an easy one, because it's not. In these days, I still question God, like, did you really tell me to do that? Because, I mean, the way this thing is looking, it don't look like that's what you said, God. No, but that's what he said. I can hear. I can hear very well. And that's what he told me to do. So I've been standing on that, even when it don't feel good. He said, throw it away. And the thing is, you have to stop relying on medications. And you got to rely on something higher than yourself. Because if you keep relying on medications, what you going to do when they run out? What you going to do when there is no medication? I mean, let's be real. They could tell us right now, hey, it ain't no more blood pressure medication. It ain't no more diabetes medication. What are you going to do? Go buy all the medication you can buy? I mean, seriously. So it's like, no, we have to become self-reliant on God to help us. Because if we do not, you're going to keep relying on something that ain't guaranteed to generate no end results for your life. You don't know how it's going to turn out. And like I said, when they put those side effects on these bottles, they are real. 9 out of 10 African Americans, majority of them have mental health problems. So they don't belong on no medications, no way. I'm just telling y'all, this color skin don't belong on no medications. Because you are already paranoid from the kind of life you've had anyway. So you taking something to enhance that is just going to make you more paranoid. You already feel like the police after you. And they pulling you over. And they messing with you for nothing. So now you finna take some chemicals, and I've done it. So I'm speaking on what I know. I'm telling y'all my truth. So now you finna sit up here and take some medications, and I thought it was a magic pill. I'm just keeping it real. I thought you gonna take this pill, you gonna feel better, your life gonna change. Bull crap. Your life gonna get worse on medication for most people. This color, it ain't meant. And let's be honest, y'all. When Adam and Eve ate out that garden, what were they eating? They didn't say they was eating no meat. He said they was eating fruit. Do y'all hear me? They got in trouble over some fruit. They wanted that fruit so bad. So it's like, what are you giving your children? When I was a child, my mama gave me fruit snacks. She gave me high juice, juicy fruit juice. Wasn't no candy, wasn't no cheddar chips, wasn't no flaming hots and all of this stuff. Wasn't no hair color, wasn't no cell phone. Till you buy your own. That's your cell phone. You know, and it's like you're the parent. So you got to decide if you love your kids. It shows by what you're feeding them. It shows. And I believe if you raise a child to do right, even if they do wrong, they're going to come back to right. Because right feel better than wrong. And a lot of people, if you were born this way and you came up in this stuff, and then you go eating bad, that's going to make you feel so bad. And I knew that this stuff was not agreeing with my body that I was eating, but it was good. So I kept eating it. It tastes good. You know, but my body didn't like it. And it kept telling me, your body will do everything if you listen to it. But we so caught up on this flesh that we don't listen. And it be telling you, hey, I don't feel good. Hey, you killing me. Hey, you drinking me to death. Or you drugging me to death. We don't care. Because this won't what it won't. So it's like, I always tell y'all this. I believe that it's two great things. And once you figure these out, I personally believe your life will change. The day you were born and the day you discover your purpose. Because I just personally feel if you out here living without a purpose and you don't know what you called to do, or you're not even trying to figure that thing out, your life is not going to be good. And you can keep trying all these different avenues, putting on all these different hats. But if that is not your mission, and a lot of us, we got our own plans for what we want in our life. But God got something totally different. And if you don't line up with the plan he got for you, it ain't gonna never work out. And when I finally figured that out, I say, okay, something gotta change. Cause this is not working, my friend. This, I thought we was cool, but you making my life miserable. You keep telling me do all this stuff and I don't want to do it. Like I say, this won't what it won't. And then y'all, we up here worried about all this corona stuff and corona this and corona that. And if you have unprotected sex, what's that? What's that? You agreeing with the spirit of HIV. You agreeing with the spirit of herpes. You agreeing with some uncurable stuff. And I didn't even look at it that way. But it's no different. And I'm not talking about no one, because I done it. So whatever I'm on here speaking about, I know about. If you are subjecting yourself to unprotected sex, honey, you live in a corona life every day. Every day. This factor of the matter is your life is corona. Because people are out here with this stuff, and once they get it, they mad. So they want you to have it. And then y'all might say, okay, they got a vaccine, they got medication. But your life will never be the same. Never be the same. Never. Never. Never be the same. And then y'all got people out here suffering with a lot of stuff. And they won't come talk to y'all about it because they scared y'all gonna tell all that dang on business to the world. And if they wanted the world to know, they would have made it public. So we're running our mouth about too much, especially the people that say they know God. And I've done it. We all done gossip before. And if you say you didn't, you're lying. But as you get older, we're supposed to try to mature. And we're supposed to try to be better. And if you have children, you really need to be trying to get your life together. If you don't love you enough, at least love your children enough. Because now you got other people depending on you. It ain't even about you no more. It's about them. It's about them now. And these are the things that we have to think about when we out here doing all this stuff. But we don't be thinking about that. We be thinking about this. Satisfying this. Because this feels good. So we got to get back to the basics. And I tell y'all this all the time. And this is going to be like a couple series thing, because you can't just explain this surgery just in one visit, because it don't even work like that. Like, I'm still going through it, okay? So it's going to take a couple of these to get it all through. And then, like I said, I get on here, y'all, and I be having everything written down, and God will just change it. So I do be prepared, but he be like, nah, we finna carry this thing. We finna go in a different direction. I'll be like, whatever we discussed 5 minutes ago. So now you didn't change the whole thing. It didn't even tell me. Okay, but I just want to encourage somebody. Nobody knows the end result. Nobody knows the finished product. And it's not about where you were, it's about where you're going. It's not about what you've done, because we've all done things. God say on our goodest day, we still bad. We're still bad. You can try and still be bad. I'm still bad. We all are. And quit lying, because you bad. You doing something. And quit pointing the finger at everybody for why your life is the way it is. I did that for so long, blaming everybody else for my life. And that's why it's called my life. Because you're responsible for it. You're responsible at the end of the day how you feel. You're responsible for your feelings. You're responsible for your emotions. You're responsible. Once you get grown, y'all, we got to quit playing this blame game. Because I figured out when you have your first child, there's no handbook gonna tell you how to be a better person, how to change your life. A child just kind of, erupts your life, and then you got to try to adjust accordingly. You understand what I'm saying? And once I figured that out, I started looking at my parents totally different. Like, you know what? Y'all just didn't know no better. And a lot of y'all parents think that money can fix everything, and it cannot. The child would rather have time, Time, time. Okay? That's what people want. They want time. They want to feel like you love them. They want to feel like you appreciate them. That's what your children want. Y'all think buying them Jordans and, buying all the Tommy Hilfiger, because that was what I wore, and be miserable is HELL. Call it out. So it's like, spend more time with y'all children. And I follow a guy back in North Carolina. He takes care of his kids. He has them in full custody, and he's a single father. And he gave the men a challenge, and too many men didn't respond to it. They said, we out here judging all of these women that are trying to do the best they can being single parents. We're judging them. But we're not taking into account that the man then left the child, the child and the mother together, and they're doing the best they can. That's all they know. They're doing the best they can. So he told everybody, take your children for the summer. I bet you come back with a different attitude. Take them for 2 months. Make sure they eat. Make sure you sign them up for a school program. Don't matter how many jobs you get. And that's very important because, you got these mothers out here that are full-time mothers. And I can imagine that can be frustrating. Very frustrating. Life is just enough trying to figure out what you're going to do with your own self. And then you got now full-time obligations to consider. And that's been my thing with the whole children thing, because it's like, people, y'all so in it when it's going down. Y'all so in it. But then you're so less of a man once the child come. But you was all in it when it was going down. But now that the children are here, you so not in it. You're not in it no more. It ain't even fun to you no more. Now that there's a child involved. But you was also man. So man. So these are the things why I don't have no children. Because I'm not going to be playing these games with you. Because I'm the kind of woman, I will drop your child off on your porch. Ring the doorbell and tell you, no, you finna do, and you'll see how it feels. Have a good life. Bye-bye. And I will go home. And I'm not playing. Because y'all not finna be playing with me. I done had enough games. I didn't even play games when I was a child. I don't even like games. So it's not fun. It's not funny. Okay, y'all. Well, we finna get off this thing. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. Again, stay encouraged. Please tune in on Friday. Please register to my YouTube channel. Please share, because sharing is caring. Bottom line, and don't cost you nothing. Okay? I love y'all, and y'all take care. Bye-bye.